gentleman is with us now. His name is Grover Norquist, Americans for Tax Reform. All right, 2 points with you, please. What do you make of this proposal that there might be a new higher tax bracket for top income earners?
Well, two things. This is a proposal going to the House and then the Senate. So it's just true that they can do anything they want. They could put 25 rates on if they want. To tee it up, and if there's going to be some suggestion that here are 3, what about 4, that strikes me as awfully odd. Back in 2003, President George W. Bush cut the capital gains tax, cut the dividend tax. We had 4% growth. We had strong economic growth for 4 years in a row because of a very serious tax cut that was targeted towards higher income people, but it gave us growth for everybody. I don't think Trump is weaker than George W. Bush, but this proposal comes across, that idea, comes across as weakness. It's bad economics, it's lousy economics, it's lousy politics, and there's not a single Democrat who's going to vote for a significant tax cut, period. Okay. Not one.
Well, look, you're on the inside of politics. You're there in D.C. You know the Republican Party. From what you know of that party and from what you know of these 3 tax brackets and 20% for the corporations, you know the broad outline of the plan. Does it pass?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. They'll all want to touch it. They'll all want to have hearings. I like hearings. I like the idea of 2 months of discussing how are we going to have dramatic tax reduction and tax reform, and the Democrats sitting on the side going, we want to take everybody's money. Remember, Hillary ran for president promising, threatening $1 trillion in net tax increase. No one was going to get a rate cut, not businesses, not individuals, not one person, not one company in America was going to get a rate cut. $1 trillion, and now she's saying, you know, I always really like that carbon tax idea. So had we been going in, had the Democrats been in power in the Senate and the White House, as a lot of people thought might have happened, we would be moving in the exact opposite direction. The difference between the 2 parties is overwhelming. We should never get confused because 3 Republicans can be cranky on a bad day in the Senate and then something doesn't pass. We need to get the crankiness down to 2 people, only 2 cranky people at a time. There's going to have to be a limit there. And we have an election in 2018. We need 5 or 6 net more Republicans so you can have a cranky caucus over in the corner and we can ignore them instead of have them torpedo health care reform or tax reform.
20 seconds. What do you make of this elimination of the deduction for state and local taxes? I know it's maybe a proposal. What do you make of it?
If you get rid of the deductibility of state and local taxes, it makes it easier to cut taxes at the local level in the future, more difficult to raise them. There's also, remember, there are 2 taxes from Obamacare that haven't hit yet. One is the health insurance tax, the other is medical device tax. We need to get rid of those, delay them so that they don't show up next year. Tougher to get rid of taxes if they fall into place. So there's some cleanup from Congress failing to do the health care stuff.
Okay, look, I'm out of time, but the bottom line from this interview is you think this tax package in this broad form will pass. Got it. Grover
As
Norquist,
a pro-growth, very pro-growth.
You probably just raised the market. In fact, you did. We were up 35, now you're up 42. We like you, Grover. You're all right.
Thank you.
You'll come back soon. Okay, thanks very much.